What's going on, Fortnite fans? Welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing Save the World. Now, a lot of you have actually requested me to make a video on how to play Save the World and getting into the basics and going into detail about how the mechanics of Save the World work so that you can better understand ways to get V-Bucks easier, as well as just how to play Save the World and how to have fun in general. So to start off with understanding the basics of Save the World, we're going to be talking about three different topics: understanding the basics of gameplay, understanding the basics of leveling, and understanding how to use gear. To skip to certain parts that you may want to learn more info about, I'll be putting several timestamps in this video for you all to choose which parts to listen to. If you're a beginner with Save the World and have no idea how to play Save the World at all, I recommend listening to the whole video, as I'll be providing the most amount of information possible when it comes to each topic. Okay, so understanding the basics of Save the World in terms of gameplay. So let's start off talking about the quest log and the map. So the map for you beginners shouldn't look like much to start off with. You don't have all the worlds on the map that us higher level players would have access to, so it's not full of random things that you won't know about. The map should have one or two locations depending on what event is out at the time you watch the video. The most important of these two locations is Stonewood. Stonewood is the level 1 beginner world for all Save the World players, and there is a quest line built into it. This quest line is important to finish for two reasons. If you're a collector like myself, you can earn a music pack for free from completing the entire storyline of Save the World, which is called Stand and Fight. Here's a clip. And the second reason is this also gains access to more worlds like Plankerton, Canny Valley, and the highest level world which I have access to here on screen called Twine Peaks. And it helps you level up your weapons so that you can actually get a higher power level in-game. So let's take a look at the quest log. As you guys see here, we have many different things: main quests, weekly challenges, war games, event dungeons, repeatable quests, side quests, daily quests, challenges, and completed main quests. Completed main quests is going to be all of the quest lines that you're going to have from Stonewood to Plankerton to Canny Valley. And as you can see, there is a lot of them. However, don't let the large amount of things get in the way of you learning. Completed main quests and a lot of these other things don't even really matter for you new beginner players. War games is kind of a decent way to get some rewards like epic perk ups and legendary perk ups, and a good way to get gold. However, the thing about war games is that they're probably not going to be the right power level for you when you're just starting out. So for anything war games related, I would completely disregard that for the time being, just so that you can get used to playing Save the World as it is. Weekly challenges. This is another thing that you don't really need to do right off the bat as a beginner player. This is mainly for higher level players who want to get perk ups that are epic or legendary or reperks or any extra tickets that you might want for llamas, which I'll explain later on. Now, the event quest lines. The repeatable quest event is always here. The repeatable quests never go away, and we're always going to have repeatable quests to do. Basically, whenever you're in a mission, you're always going to have repeatable quests that reward gold for eliminating epic mini-bosses, completing storms, and killing mist monsters, which I will also explain later on. Now, we also have something called side quests, and side quests are mainly higher level things that you can do. There are a couple of things that you can do to start off with in Save the World, but they won't actually reward you with much. The only thing that you guys are going to have to start off with is Storm Shield defenses. This is another important thing that I wanted to talk about with Save the World is Storm Shield defenses. Storm Shield defenses are missions where you can build your own base and protect it from the husks to expand your shield and make more areas of that specific world more accessible to you. Completing Storm Shields also rewards you with V-Bucks, as well as they help you level up your stuff faster. The cool thing about Storm Shield defenses is that they can be completed without needing to finish the entire quest line of that world, so long as you're a high enough power level. However, if you truly want the best rewards, or level increasing heroes and stuff of that nature, you will need to complete the storyline up to Canny Valley. There's also two important ways that you can earn V-Bucks from Save the World with these Storm Shield defenses, as I mentioned before. You can complete your own Storm Shields from defenses 1 up to 10. Every single Storm Shield defense rewards 100 V-Bucks until you get to the 10th one. The 10th one will reward you with 150 V-Bucks compared to the previous 100. There's also a long quest chain where completing a large number of storm shields will actually give you V-Bucks. There should be about 15 to 20 stages in the storm shield chain, which makes it so that you can get a lot of V-Bucks just from grinding out this chain. As you can see here, this is the one that I have. It is called Hold the Door, stage 11. So I have gone to stage 11, which means I've gotten 50 V-Bucks from each stage from 1 to 11. But as you can see, they also get harder the higher up you go, and you actually need to complete 7 storm shields. Now the thing about storm shields is that you actually don't need to complete your own in order to actually finish this quest line. Because there isn't enough to actually finish the quest line of your own, you are actually told to go into something that they call Storm Shield Assist. Storm Shield Assist is to join another player's storm shield defense while they are currently working on it. Now sometimes this doesn't load in because there's not a lot of people in Stonewood or any of the other places that actually do their storm shields now. However, it is a great source of being able to get more V-Bucks and finish that mission is to go and do storm shield assists. Now another thing I want to mention with Save the World is that there's actually some free rewards that you can get just by owning Save the World. For example, we get skins called Rose Team Leader and Warpaint. We also get some respective back blings that go with them called the Skirmish back bling and Pursuit. You can also get free pickaxes just from owning Save the World called Rose Glow and Mean Streak. And there's a couple other gliders that I can show here on screen as well through some Battle Royale footage because you actually don't have gliders in Save the World. So the main thing that I want to cover to begin with is how different are matches of Save the World. We're going to go into a match here really quickly and discuss how to play. But first off, I want to mention, you guys are probably wondering, for you beginners, what do all of these icons mean? This icon right here that looks like a target is called Eliminate and Collect. Eliminate and Collect is one of the easiest missions you can do. It has a 10-minute time limit, and in that 10 minutes you need to defeat 200 Husk, which is very easy with a 5 power level mission like this, because you can almost one-shot the enemies if you have pretty decent weapons. Another one that is really easy to do and is one of the fastest missions to complete is Resupply. Resupply is literally going around the entire area and doing certain things that they ask you to do, like farming materials, searching certain items, or to even collect supply drops that are hidden throughout this map. This little icon right here, it's actually a symbol of what they call the Atlas. This is Fight the Storm. Fight the Storm is a game mode where you can actually defend an Atlas from the Husk. Very similar to the Storm Shield defenses, except you have to build something around the Atlas and protect it for about 7 minutes. Another thing you can see here is that there's an icon that says Rescue the Survivors. Rescue the Survivors is very easy to do, however, it is very time consuming. This mission lasts for 20 minutes, and it is also simply just rescuing survivors. This mission here is called Build the Radar Grid, and it's as simple as it says. It is another 20-minute mission, which is very time consuming, but it's another easy one where all you have to do is build 4 radar towers with either wood, metal, or brick. So let's move on into a match and look at how to play Save the World in game. This is a resupply mission, probably one of the easiest ways I can describe it to you. So we're going to go into a resupply and I'm going to show you guys how the game works. Here we are in the resupply mission. As you can see on the top left, it says resupply, harvest 15 vehicles, retrieve 10 supply crates, harvest 15 rocks, and search 30 things. Literally anything. So obviously we all know what rocks are, but I want to go over the basic mechanics of gameplay here. So all of these little plants here, most of them you should be able to search, and there is actually a lot of different things in Save the World compared to Battle Royale that actually are searchable. So for example, like that plant back there, that was searchable. So most of these items that are searchable, as you can see in here, let's run past this, you can see things like these toolboxes are searchable, or vending machines even, they could be searchable. Literally almost anything in this entire area is searchable. You just have to be able to walk up next to it and say, E for search, or whatever keybind you have for searching chests in Battle Royale, and you can search things. It's very simple. Now, most of you are wondering, how do I get weapons? Well, here's a good way to get weapons right here. Things like these encampments, where there's husk, all you have to do is pretty much shoot these enemies with whatever weapons you are given to start out with, and once you defeat all of the enemies, these encampments will actually spawn rewards for you. And as you can see here, it spawned out a present. You open it up and see it gave me a couple of traps and a weapon. This Predator weapon is a great starting point for all of you beginners. It's actually one of the better weapons, I think. I actually had a better time with the Predator than most people. But for those of you who want to get weapons and try to search for new weapons, these encampments are probably a good way to start out. So I definitely recommend going for encampments. And now another thing I want to mention, you see these giant purple floating beasts? These are called mist monsters. If there are any enemies in this game that are purple, they are called mist monsters. This one, for example, is not a mist monster. This is actually a normal husk. Most of the enemies that you see in this game that are purple are considered mist monsters. Now, if they are small and purple, they most likely are not. Small purple ones, for example, that fly around and give shields to other husks, those are not mist monsters. And the ones that fling giant skulls in the air, those aren't mist monsters either. Things that are similar to the ones like what I just eliminated a few seconds ago, those are called takers. Those are in fact mist monsters. There are 4 types of mist monsters that you can defeat in this game as of now. There are takers, which I just defeated one earlier, smashers, which are huge, giant, beefy looking husks that will ram into you and break all of your builds, flingers, which can throw other husks towards your location to fight you, and we also have shooters. Well, I don't know the original name for them, but I call them shooters. And they basically are giant, they're also giant, beefy looking characters that can shoot lasers out of their eyes. And of course, you also have to watch out, there's a couple of husks here, like these ones called the propane tank husks. And sometimes the best way to defeat them is just to shoot their propane tank on their arm and watch it blow up. But if you want to take them out fast and not have to worry about explosions, just defeating them will despawn their propane tank and you won't have to worry about it. Now, a lot of you are also probably wondering, well, how do I get ammo? That's very simple here as well in this game, because if you actually press R, whatever you have to do to reload your weapons, this is actually how you craft ammo. You hold down R, and as you can see here, it says crafting ammo, and it just crafted me ammo. But it depends on what weapon that you have currently equipped that it crafts the ammo for. A lot of people that normally start out will go into their inventory and try crafting ammo through here. It is a very long process if you try to do that, so the best way to do it is have the weapon equipped that you want to make ammo for and just hold down R, and it will start making ammo. But as you can see here, I didn't have enough resources to craft more ammo. Now, what do you have to get for resources to craft ammo? Nuts and bolts. And nuts and bolts can actually be given from destroying cars. As you can see here, I just got a battery and I also got some nuts and bolts. And now I should be able to craft more. Oh wait, I'm not. What else am I missing? Wood. I don't know why, but they actually want you to collect wood and destroy trees to be able to make bullets. And also make sure you have some metal. That's also a given, most likely. But as you can see now, if I go to craft, I have crafted more bullets. So you do need wood, you do need nuts and bolts, and you do need metal. Another thing that you'll notice when you're playing in Save the World, I don't know if you need to be a little bit of a higher level to get it or not, but if you hold down Q, it actually spawns out a hoverboard. Now, hoverboards are very easy to get around the maps and traverse around the maps, and they're very convenient. However, most of the time, I completely forget to even pull these things out, so I end up just running around the map and not realizing that I could be going faster. Another thing with this game is that there's also like these random exclamation points on your top right here. It depends on your daily quest. Like for right now, I have a daily quest that rewards V-Bucks to destroy fire trucks. So if I destroy these fire trucks, I'll actually see progress on my daily V-Buck mission. However, you actually need to finish the mission in order to earn these V-Bucks, so I actually did not make any progress because I won't be finishing this mission. One more thing I want to go over is blue glow. As you can see on your map here, when you pull up your map, there's like these little blue spherical, I don't really know what to call the shape of it. They're like these weird blue neutron looking things. And if you go and find them, you can actually search them or collect them. Depending on what mission you're in, like saving the Atlas for Fight the Storm, or retrieving the data, or ride the storm, or ride the lightning, certain missions require this blue glow to even start up the mission. So you have to go around the map where they're located on your map and collect them in order to get them. I also want to mention something else. Depending on what hero you play as, there are 4 types of heroes: Outlanders, Soldiers, Constructors, and Ninjas. As you can see, I am a Soldier, so I've got different abilities. And your hero will also tell you on your character page what abilities they have. But as you can see here, my abilities include Berserk, which pretty much makes me a little bit more powerful and faster with shooting my weapons. I also have the Berserker Punch, which throws down a grenade that pretty much blasts husks back from where I'm currently at. And most soldiers also come equipped with a minigun, which can literally break down buildings almost instantly, depending on if they're farther away or not. Now that we've gone over the basics of playing in-game in Save the World, let's head back and start looking at everything else in the other character pages. Okay, so the next thing I want to look at is the quest lines for events. Now, as you can see here, certain things like for what I have for dungeons reward gold, some of them reward banners, and some reward other things like heroes. There's also certain things that are available for these events that are in what they call the Llama shop. As you can see here in the Llama shop, you can actually buy certain llamas with V-Bucks to get a certain amount of rewards. Like you can see this one here, he's about to talk.
I have a complicated inner life.
Same here, bud. But anyways, you can buy this one for 50 V-Bucks and it gives you all the contents that are currently in this upgrade llama. And most of these are actual people that you can't play as in-game, but they will also help you with certain other things. These are called survivors. I'll go over those in a second. We also right now have people llamas, which are on sale from 200 V-Bucks to 150, that reward even more survivors that are usable for your survivor tab. We also have the loot section. As you can see here, I've got 5 mini reward llamas that I can claim just from doing certain missions, and I've also got pirate llamas. Now, these are not going to be pirate llamas forever. These actually change in different types of llamas depending on what event is currently out. Right now, we have the Blockbuster event, and for some reason, the pirates are also back as well. So the only llamas that we have right now are the pirate llamas. But with this upcoming Season 3 of Chapter 2, we might be getting something different like tropical llamas or something of that nature. We also have the items page. We have event items on the left and weekly items on the right. Every Wednesday at Item Shop Reset, the weekly items will reset, dropping a lot of different things into the shop. We've got different weapons, like right now the Copper Yemen, which is a one-shot sniper rifle, is currently available. Things like melee weapons, like the Doom Hammer. And we've also got more heroes, like Energy Thief Mari. We've also got survivors that are available as well. Those I will once again discuss in a little bit here, what those can be used for. We've also got different things that you can get. We've got re-perks, we've got perk ups, and if you want to take a look through these in Save the World when you get Save the World, or if you're playing it at the current moment that you're watching this video, you can actually click on these and understand what they do just by reading the description of each item. And over in the event items, this changes constantly. Like right now, we've got Blackheart, and we've also got Hybrid in the shop. You can buy these to use as Save the World heroes. None of these skins or none of these heroes that you get in Save the World will transfer over to Battle Royale. There is a possibility of an actual item shop coming into Save the World which could cross over into the Battle Royale mode, but they have not actually confirmed or even said anything about that possibly happening yet. And we've also got this little section right here. Obviously, you can buy your V-Bucks here. It's very similar to Battle Royale, but it also says limited time offers. You can upgrade your Save the World payment, which Save the World currently is paid. So you could either pay even more to upgrade to a deluxe or a Founders Edition, which it doesn't really do much else for you. I mean, it's exclusive llamas that you can get, in-game banner icons, XP boosts, XP boosts that you can gift to your friends, rare heroes, an exclusive pistol. It's not really worth it, in my opinion. I mean, you can get by and play all of Save the World without needing any of this. It's just basically if you want to be a Save the World player and collect everything that you possibly can, that's where you go to get it, is right here in the store. We've also got the new locker selection, as you can see here, which they just gave to us very recently. And you can actually equip your heroes and change the appearance of your heroes with your actual Battle Royale skins. But for me, I usually tend to use the original heroes that I have, which Swamp Knight here looks amazing. And they've also even added some new back blings to specific characters, like Swamp Knight's back bling, as you see here. Now, another thing I want to talk about with understanding the basics of playing Save the World as it is, we also have upgrades. Upgrades can be selected in two different ways: gadgets and tools. Gadgets are things that help you mid-match, like Adrenaline Rush restores health when you are low, which is very good for when you have to go into the storm and do things. You can heal up when you're about to die. And you've also got things like Airstrike, the Banner, which heals all players' built structures that are nearby, the Hover Turret, which helps you defeat enemies, the Proximity Mine, which will deal high damage to all enemies within a specific range, Slow Fields, which make all the enemies slower nearby you, Supply Drops, which drop a lot of mats, and Teleporters, which you can set down in two different locations to easily get from point A to point B. Or, if you want to, you can use these upgrade points to upgrade your backpack size, your build and repair speed, your building health, your Storm Shield storage vault, and your pickaxe upgrades. Now, you actually have to get very high of a level in Save the World, over 270, I believe, in order to upgrade your pickaxes all the way. As you can see, I'm only 216, and I'm only at pickaxe upgrade number 7. There are 9 total upgrades, and you actually do get some pickaxes that you can use in Battle Royale from completing these upgrades. As you can see here, these are the ones that you get. You get Old Woody, the Tech Axe, the Vendor Tech Elite, the Laser Pick, the Hydraulic Wrecker, and the Basic Basher. And there's another pickaxe that I don't have that you can also get from doing these upgrades. It is called the Axe Hammer, and you can actually see here in my quest log, if we go to the side quests, you see Axe Hammer is here, and that is a picture of the pickaxe that I will get when I reach the level 8 pickaxe upgrade. Now, like I said, there's also different types of heroes, and if you go into your command section, you can click on your Heroes tab, and you can manage your different heroes. And each and every hero has their own little symbol as well. This pretty much tells you what type of hero they are. If they have a shuriken, they are a ninja. If they have a chest, they're an outlander. If they have a helmet, they're a soldier. And if they have a saw and a hammer, they are constructors. And all these types of heroes range from common to uncommon to rare to epic to legendary to mythic. Now, this is actually something that Battle Royale does not have, is mythic heroes, which is very cool because a lot of them actually have a lot of better power-ups than most of the other legendary heroes that you can normally get. You can also go to your hero loadout, and this kind of shows you basic perks or different things that you can get. This hero loadout specifically, you can actually take some of your heroes and place them into this loadout here to give yourself even more perks than you would have had with just the one character. You can also change your gadgets here too if you really wish, which is very helpful as well. The main gadgets I would recommend running, however, is Adrenaline Rush and the stationary Hover Turret, because not only will you be able to heal when you're low on health, but you can also do a little bit of extra firepower when you have the turret. Okay, so this is the part of the video where we understand the basics of leveling. How do you level in Save the World? Well, it's very simple. You either have to collect heroes, as you see here, and upgrade them to a higher power. So you can see here that I can view evolution or I can level them up. When you have a hero, like for example, this green hero here, you can level them up by using what they call Hero XP. You get Hero XP from completing all different types of matches. And once you level up a character far enough, you get to level 10. which actually says max level reached. However, if you click cancel and view evolution, depending on how far in the storyline you are, you can upgrade your character with pure drops of rain. Pure drops of rain can be bought or collected in Save the World. When you collect them, it is by completing certain types of missions that say that they reward them, or you can also buy pure drops of rain from the in-game item store, as you can see here in the weekly items. Gold is the currency that the item store uses as well. Gold is actually very easy to get. It's just by completing any match, honestly. You can get gold pretty much anywhere. And I don't believe that there's a max gold cap, and I don't really think it's going to be easy to hit the max gold cap unless you don't spend any of your gold on anything in the game at all. But as I was saying with the heroes, you can actually come back here, evolve your hero, and confirm the evolution, and then it tells you can start leveling up your character again. And I don't really remember what the highest you can get to in Stonewood is before you complete the missions, but you should be able to upgrade them at least to level 10. Another thing I want to mention with leveling is survivors. Survivors are one of the most important things that you could have in Save the World. Now, you can manage your survivors by clicking on the Manage Survivors tab, and you can see here I have a lot of different survivors. Those that are grayed out are actually currently being used for squads. Now, what are squads, you ask? If you go here and look at squads, these squads that you unlock by completing certain parts of the story missions actually give you the ability to add more survivors for power levels. Now, the best thing that you can note about survivors is that the only way to make the max level possible is to have survivors that go along and correlate with each other in personality. So as you can see here, this epic survivor that I have, this doctor here, he has a cooperative personality. And you can see it's like two circles merged into each other. This means that every other squad member of this squad should have that same logo on it in order to get a boost in power level. Now, does it matter having one or a couple that do not have that? No, it doesn't matter. But you are not going to get the most amount of level that you could get if they had the same personality. And as you can see here, I could in fact replace him with a lower power level, but it would also dramatically change how much level I get. So for now, until I can get enough to upgrade him, I will not actually remove him. But as you can see here, almost every single one of these that I have, I make sure to correlate them with certain personality traits that they have. And it's better to have a leader of your squad be a mythic leader compared to anything else. And it will actually tell you when you get survivor whether they're a leader. It will say lead survivor on the bottom, or things like this, it will just say survivor and they won't have a name. But these ones that are lead survivors and are mythic always have names. This one, for example, is Ellie Zapp's clerk, lead survivor, curious personality. And I've only got 3 of that same personality here, so I'm not getting the most amount that I could get, but for now, until I can get upgrades or survivor XP to upgrade them, I can't really do anything further. And that's another thing I want to mention about this is survivor XP. You can actually get this from completing those Rescue the Survivor missions that I mentioned earlier. They take 20 minutes to finish. However, they're really easy and they reward a lot of survivor XP depending on the levels that you do. Another way to level up is research points. As you can see here on the command tab, we have research. And these little green things are called research points. Now, over time, depending on what level you are, or how much of a bonus you have, while you are away, your scientists will continue their research and gather points. You will earn rewards that improve research capabilities as you increase your account level. So the higher level you are in Save the World, the more research points you get. And right now you can see I have a generation rate of 200 points per hour, and my storage limit is 4,800, and my point limit is 12,000. And you can see here that I've got 9,000 currently. So the way that you want to use the research points are to make sure that each and every one of these, the fortitude, the offense, the resistance, and the tech, are all the same level that you can get them. So like right now this is 253, and now all of them are the same level across the board. That is the best way to manage a good power level, is to keep them very similar in point range. But don't fret if you don't have enough to finish them all across and get them the same level. It doesn't matter, it doesn't affect, and it doesn't lower your power level. Anything of a higher research level will give you a higher power level. So just keep on getting your research points finished to the highest they can be, and that's a really good way to finish up and get a power level that is really high in this game. Another thing that's important to note with your profile tab is that you actually have XP boosts. You can see here that I could use an XP boost, which will give me more account XP and level up faster in Save the World. It will also give me a little bit of a Hero XP and Survivor XP boost. And depending on whether you have a party member in the game, like my friend Zach always plays this with me, depending on if you have somebody in your lobby, you can actually use a giftable XP boost, which is also given by having the Founder Edition of Save the World, where you can activate the XP boost for your party member, and they will get the same amount of XP boost that you get. Alright, so now we're on the part of the video where we're understanding the basics of weapons. How do we craft weapons? Where do we find the materials needed for them? And how do we use the schematics correctly? So what you want to do is come over to your Armory tab, and as you can see here in Schematics, depending on what missions you complete or how far you get into your quest line, you'll start to get schematics, which are kind of lower level. However, it's a good start at least. And if you get enough gold, you can actually go to your Llama shop and in the item store, and you can buy schematics for weapons. Like you can see here, the Copper Yeoman, the one-shot sniper. You can buy this schematic for 1,680 gold, which will give you the schematic and allow you to craft this weapon as many times as you want. Also in the Armory tab, if you find yourself getting a little bit too high on weapons and having a really full storage, you can actually easily select whatever weapon you want here and click Batch Recycle. And this will allow you to click on whatever weapons you want and pretty much recycle them by clicking Confirm Recycle. And it tells you how much schematic XP and trap designs and weapon designs you will get. Trap designs and weapon designs are actually very helpful for collecting and building more schematics for weapons, and you'll get those from just completing things in the game. And this is also your storage. You can actually take things from your inventory that you think you might be full on. Like right now my backpack is 100% full, so I can actually take things like these adhesive resin and I can transfer all of them to my storage. And you can see here now I've got all these in my storage. Which I should probably do, now that I think of it, is to transfer a lot of this into the storage, because it will be very helpful for when you need to pick up certain things like upgrade materials, like these sturdy mechanical parts or these sleek mechanical parts. You're going to need these to craft your weapons, especially when you get to a higher power level. And this, of course, is just a little resources tab, tells you all the resources that you currently have in this game. And there's also something that you might get when you log in to Save the World called a Hero Recruitment Voucher. What is a Hero Recruitment Voucher? So if you go to the collection book, you can actually look at all of the different heroes that you can possibly get in Save the World. And as you can see here, I don't have Master Grenadier Ramirez. So technically, I could click on this item and click Recruit by using the recruitment voucher. Or let's say there's a specific hero that you missed from different expansions or different events that happened a long time ago, like for the Chinese New Year heroes. You could go in here, you could buy Wukong. Or if you were to go to Fortnitemares and you missed a couple that were here during Halloween, you can actually go into here and you can buy them with the recruitment vouchers. Now another thing I want to mention about collection books is that the more heroes you collect, the more XP and more rewards you get as well. So as you can see here on my collection book, I'm currently level 176, and it tells you reward info. You can look here and it tells you the upcoming rewards you can get, as well as what your next major milestone is. Now the collection book used to reward V-Bucks, and as far as I know it doesn't do that anymore. However, it does reward you with pretty good legendary Troll Stash Llamas, which are essentially llamas that give you the best high rewards you can get for your current level. In order to show you how the collection book works, I'm going to go into my ranged weapons and I'm gonna drop in a couple schematics here that I don't want. So for example, let's go to Holiday Heroes. Am I ever going to use monks? Probably not. So I'm just going to click this, select item to slot, select confirm, and it's actually telling me if I select and confirm to slot this specific character, I will get an Eye of the Storm, Hero XP, Lightning in a Bottle, Pure Drop of Rain, training manuals. This is if you have a high level character. Like this, I'm slotting a 106 character, which means it's going to give me back pretty much all the resources that I used, maybe a little bit less to actually upgrade the character itself. But I'm gonna decline because I didn't realize it was that high of a level. So let's go to Ted. Let's slot Ted, for example. I'm gonna get hero XP and a training manual. Not much for a reward there. But if I confirm that, you see now that it drastically increased my amount of XP. Why is that? Legendary items that you slot in your collection book will give you a lot of XP for your collection book. So literally all I have to do now is slot just a couple of uncommons or maybe a rare or two, and I'll easily get that one finished. But for now, I'm going to slot Harvester Sarah because I don't see myself using this hero anytime soon either. And now that you see this, we've leveled up in our collection book to level 177, and our reward is 50 legendary flux. And you collect this to upgrade an epic hero or schematic to legendary rarity. So that's how the collection book works. Pretty much just slotting things that you don't want. Make sure not to ever slot anything that you need, because if you do that, the only way to get them back is to purchase them by using V-Bucks. As you can see here, since I slotted the legendary Harvester Sarah, the only way to unslot this is to pay 20 V-Bucks. And I'm sure that most of you don't want to pay V-Bucks to buy something back that you didn't mean to put in the collection book in the first place. So keep that in mind with the collection book, is that once you slot something, the only way to get it back is to pay with V-Bucks. There is no other way unless it comes to the shop again and you can buy it that way. So that's basically all the information that I have regarding Save the World, and I hope this helps most of you that are beginners to understanding most of it. I know it's a lot. Save the World does have a lot of different things, but if you focus on one aspect of it at a time, it does get easier over time. Trust me. I was in the same boat as you beginners. I didn't understand anything about Save the World, and it was a very, very long process. But hopefully this video helps you out a little bit better with understanding Save the World compared to a lot of other people that will go into very high detail about Save the World, because I don't know every detail about Save the World. I only know enough to get people through if they really need the help. So I hope this helped in some way, and make sure to drop a sub if you wanted to stay tuned with more. I'm going to be doing mainly Battle Royale stuff. This is just for those of you who are asking about how to play Save the World. There's a lot about Save the World I do know. There's a lot about Save the World I don't know. So if you ask me any questions about specific things, I may or may not have the answer. But if you want to subscribe to the channel, I can promise that I might do some more Save the World related stuff in the future. If you want to hit that notification bell to make sure you're staying notified with everything I post on my channel, that would also be greatly appreciated because you'd be supporting me a lot. And if you want to use supporter creator code Stratazer HD in the Llama shop for Save the World, you can also do so. You go to your Llama shop, you go to X-Ray, and you can actually click supporter creator and put in your supporter creator code, which for me would be Straw Desert HD. Click accept, and there you go. So I hope this helped you guys out. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.